because I get 3 canned food stamps. So what? I get all kind of snacks while I'm sitting here chilling or whatever, paying no bills. No bills. I'm on government assistance. My son back there with his snacks. Government assistance, 3 canned food.
Yeah.
So we are a pretty big family. We're a family of 7. And the best thing about it is when the food stamps hit. When those stamps hit, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I want anything and everything. Like at this point, $2,500 each month isn't shit. Like I want to have another baby.
Where is your husband?
Why, he's dead.
I'll bet he's just using that as an excuse.
Imagine having another kid. Do you know how much more I'm gonna be getting in stamps? And before you guys come at me and all that stuff, it's there. It's there for people who need it. And I know then the people are gonna be like, oh, you're so lazy. Why would I want to work? $2,500 in food stamps? I will not be working for the rest of my life. Now I see why there's some people that have like 10 kids and they're on welfare because they're making money. So I'm definitely telling my husband tonight, like, let's start making another baby because what the fuck. And a big shout out to all you taxpayers that are supporting us. So thank you so much for your contribution.
So this is the problem. This is a problem. Listen, as a conservative, we talk a lot about the problem with illegal immigrations, and it just wouldn't be right if we didn't address the problem within. And that you just saw, that is a part of the problem within. And this is something that I would often say to those with this, because this mentality is not just in black folks, it's in anybody. It's a mentality that needs to change. It's a mentality that says, I don't have to work for nothing. I don't have to go get nothing for myself. I don't need to get a degree. I don't need to even work. The government can just do everything for me. I'm just going to sit around and wait for everything to be given to me for free and just sit on my butt and do nothing. Because why should I work when the government can give it to me for free? And this mentality is a part of the problem. This is something that my mama taught me not to have. She said, I don't want you to be like so-and-so and so-and. She said, because they wait for people to give them stuff. She said, you have to work for it yourself. Now, if I'm just being honest, I am on a 100% government, privilege right now. But that's not my mentality to just stay there, right? Which is why I'm going to go back to school and get my degree, and that's going to add to my income, amongst other things that I want to do that can also add to my income, because I'm trying to be the best I can be. I'm trying to be somebody. I don't want to just sit around just because I'm getting something for free. And mind you, my goal was not to get this for free. My goal was to work, which is why I joined the Army, but they put me out against my will. And God turned that thing around for me to get what I'm getting now. That was not my goal. And growing up, it was never my goal to be on food stamps or anything like that, because my mom always taught me to work. And even when me and my mom was struggling before, like maybe 2 years or 3 years before she passed, and God did bring us out. He blessed us with an apartment. He blessed her with, I think she had got some type of money for her heart, her kidney failure, something like that. But she was still kind of struggling. But before that, I was like, I don't even want us to get on food stamps because I don't want to be in the system. And it did not take me getting on food stamps until I had lost my mom and I was in the shelter when it was like, okay, everybody get food stamps, and they gave it to me. I was like, I don't want to be in the system, but they gave it to me. And at that point in my life, I was in like dire need of people, family, friends. I didn't have it. It was just shelter life, and I ended up leaving the shelter. And the one thing that I did have that brought me comfort was food stamps, because I can go get sushi from Target, I could go get ice cream, I could go get chips, and even though I didn't have a roof over my head or family and people support like I needed, at least I didn't have to worry about being hungry. So at that time, it was a blessing. And I kept it for the 2.5 months I was homeless, or 3 months. And as soon as I got my job at Walmart, I called them like, hey, let the food stamps go. Again, I ended up losing my job at Walmart. And before I had got my job at Amazon, because there was I said, Lord, don't let me see lack. He blessed me to get hired at Amazon. It was the same time Corona had broke out, so Amazon was doing a massive hiring. But before that, I think that was the same time. Nope. After that, when I had lost my job at Amazon, and I lost it because I commuted 4 hours. So after 10 months, I was late or something, because my points had accumulated. I had got food stamps, and it was a blessing. But what was I gonna say? I let it go as soon as I got. I want to say, okay, I had joined the Army with that one. But before that one, like I said, I let the food stamps go when I got my job at Walmart, okay? Because my whole thing was, I don't want to be in the system. I don't want to be working and having food stamps. I only needed the food stamps for when I needed it. And likewise, when they put me out of the Army against my will, I was on food stamps for a couple of months, and I was balling out on them food stamps, I'm not going to lie. But I was only balling out because it was a time in my life where, again, I needed people, needed this, needed that, didn't really have. I had the support at first, but then my best friend was like, okay, I need my space, I need you to go to the shelter. And I went to the shelter, but then something happened, and bam. But I did have my food stamps, but my point is, when I got my 100% from the government, for them wrongfully putting me out the Army, I let my food stamps go, okay? I let it go. I called them up, and I was like, I don't need the food stamps anymore. She was like, why? I was like, I have income now. I don't need it. So it was never my point. I never made it a point or a goal to ride the system when I did not need it. Now, were there times where I missed food stamps afterwards, and I was like, maybe I should have kept it a couple more months? Yes. But me just riding the system was a no, because my goal is not to just sit around and be like, okay, I got this disability. Oh, I make this much. I'm just going to sit around and just get drunk or do drugs or have sex and have kids and get on welfare and get more food stamps. To hear this lady be like, oh, I got 7 kids and I get $2,000 worth of food stamps, but that's not enough. We want to have another baby just to get some more food stamps. I'm like, you're really trying to create another human being. You're really trying to create another life just to look at them as a food subsidy, just to get more in food stamps when you already have $2,000 a month. You know, for the average person, $200 a month is good enough. But she has $2,000 a month. But she up there talking about that's not enough. Even for 7 people, $1,000 I would think could go a long way. But you got 2,000, so you got plenty. And this is every month. And if you don't use it, it's just gonna roll over. So there's no excuse. But it just shows the mentality of some of these, unfortunately, hood rats. And even when I was growing up in Dallas, and like where my grandma lived, I would hear it, man. I would hear them saying they just want to have babies just to be on food stamps. You know, people would talk, and they'd be like, these girls out here just having babies just to be on food stamps, just to get their own little apartment in Dallas housing. And they would start out young at 16 and 17, and they didn't create life or plan their life or be like, I'm gonna have kids when I'm 21, when I'm married, when I have a house, when I have a job, when I have my career. No, I'm gonna have a baby because I want more food stamps. You really sitting up here trying to create life to be a food subsidy, to get more snacks. And then to see this lady in the video with this mentality, that's the problem with our people, a lot of our people, to be like, look at us. I'm eating chips. See my son over there eating his Cheetos. We get snacks. Y'all just mad because you paying our taxes to get this. I'm like, y'all the problem. Y'all the problem. Our ancestors didn't get beaten. They didn't build this country for you to sit here and not contribute and not go and be the dream and not go to college and not get a degree and not be that lawyer, be that judge, and not go get your 40 acres and a mule and not go and start a business. Our ancestors went through hell. For you to sit there and be like, hey, I'm just going to accept what the man give me for free, and I'm just going to be stuck on stupid. And then my children finna be on Dallas projects or whatever your projects is. And they children finna stay in the projects, and they children finna stay in the projects, and we gonna be good because we got food stamps and we got a free roof over our head. Who to hell with being somebody? To hell with being a lawyer, doctor, teacher? To hell with having my own business? To hell with trying to better myself and trying to get something for myself and trying to work towards something and be better? No, we good because they give us food stamps and public housing. That is so ignorant, and that is a part of the problem. And hold on. It was just a disgrace to watch. And like I said, I have to acknowledge it because it's a problem within. And this is a big problem in the African American community. And it could be some whites, it could be some Latinos, but I think it's more prevalent, unfortunately, in the let me just say the urban community. Whoever's in their lifestyle, sometimes because the struggle is real, you can just settle. Especially when you grew up with a single parent or whatever, and let you have grown up in the hood or even middle class, and then you had some kids, you can just settle for whatever. Okay, well, I just get on housing. Okay, well, I can just have some more kids. Y'all, getting food stamps is not the goal. Having another kid to get more food stamps and being fat and being obese and being overweight is not the goal. What is our goals as a people out here, black folks and people from the urban community that's sitting around there thinking? There was a Puerto Rican lady was the one that said, oh, I think we should have another kid. We got 7 to get $2,000, but we need some more. It's not, how is $2,000 not enough for y'all every month? And it roll over. And then they have the nerve to be getting all this money that we're paying for. And again, now when I got my food stamps, I was grateful. I balled out on it, but not ignorantly like them. Like I wanted a job. As soon as I got my job, I let it go. I balled down on it because I was depressed. So did I give me some snacks, ice cream? Yeah, I got videos of it. But as soon as I got a job where I got income, I let it go because I wasn't trying to ride the system. And it was never my will to be in the system. I always wanted to do better. But for you people that say you got it, you gonna stay on it for life, you want more of it, it's like one thing for you to have enough. Your needs are beyond met, but you still ain't satisfied. You're still not grateful. And you got people in other countries that wish they had 1/10 of what you had. I remember talking to this dude online, and he was hungry all the time. He was Nigerian. He was in Dubai. It was racist over there. He couldn't have food. And he was like, I can't believe y'all got food stamps. I just want to come to America to have food stamps. It's people that wish they can get some of these benefits because their country don't have such benefits. But these benefits was never in place for you to stay on them for generations after generation for life. These benefits was put in place when the Great Depression happened so that you parents, girls, mothers, and children and families would not go without. And then once you got back to the place you needed to be, you were supposed to let it go and let it go to the next man. But now what we've done is Americans and the government has crippled the urban population so much so that they don't have to go to college. They don't have to look for a job. Why? Because they're going to get them Dallas housing. They don't give them public housing. They're going to get them food stamps. Now, I hear that in Dallas it's easy to get. I heard this young lady in Chicago said food stamps in Chicago ain't so easy to get. But too often it's too easy to get. If I just have a kid, I can get more food stamps. I can get public housing, so why should I be somebody? Why should I get a job? Why should I do something? Why should I work for anything? Why should I respect anybody and work for it and develop my character and go be somebody and better myself when they can just give me this for free? When y'all paying for me and my children to live, we just gonna eat our Cheetos and do nothing. Then we gonna talk to you crappy because we never had to work for nothing. And then we gonna dirty up these nice apartments because Section 8 in Dallas don't really improve. And that's why we gonna have diapers everywhere because we never had to work for nothing. Because my mama was on it, they was on it, and they never taught me how to be respectful or to respect people because everything was given to us free for our whole life. We've been on the government assistance, and ain't nobody changed that, told us to change our mentality. So that's why when we come into these nice areas, because they pushing Section 8 out here, that's why we dirtying up the place. Because it's given to us free. And when it's given to us for free, we don't respect no one or nothing because we just get it for free. So why should we respect you? They don't give it to me anyway. That's the mentality that has to change. Y'all should want to go to college. Y'all should want to get your degree. You should teach your kids to work for what, like my mama taught me. Like I said, I got government stuff for life. I'm permanent disability for life. And it ain't the kind that's physical. It's mental stuff. And it's not crazy. It was wrongful displacement. It was stress, anxiety, all these things. But I got 100% for wrongful displacement, which means they should have never put me out. I had all these letters. They didn't do due process with me. They didn't send me behind a court. They just rushed me out after being in that office for like 2 months. And then God just turned that thing around. So mine was not something I planned. I remember in AIT, there was literally a young lady. Her whole goal was to join the Army, to get to AIT, pretend like she broke her leg, which she did, just to get some disability. And I'm like, this girl, and she told us, she was like, oh, I'm good, I'm having disability for life, I'm good. And I told my friend, this girl really sat up here and planned this. That's not something I did. I planned to go in, stay my 4 years, possibly do another 4 years, save up some money, come out, better myself, get a house, do this, better myself. But it didn't work that way. But for you guys that say, okay, I have this and I want to stay on it for life, or I have this so I don't need to work. Now mine is permanent, so I get it for life. But do you think I'm good? Like, okay, I got this percent, I'm good, I got 100%, I'm not gonna do nothing else. No, because I'm young, I'm able-bodied, I can work, I got something to give back to the community, which is why I want to teach. Then another part of me wants to rap, wants to model, wants to sing. So it's stuff I need to be doing. So why would I just sit here with my able-bodied young self and be like, oh, I'm good, I got this ability, I can have another kid, and then it's gonna go up some more. Let me just have 4 more kids, because then my money really gonna go up. I'm not sitting up here having a kid to get more disability or to get more food stamps or to get this. You can't have that mentality, and that's the problem. problem. You should want your kids to be like, I don't want you to be on food stamps. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to learn from me. I want you to be a doctor, be a teacher, be a black this, be a black that, be the first black female president, be this. You know what I'm saying? You should teach your kids to be great and to work to be somebody so that nobody has to give them nothing for free because they earned it. I don't need a handout from you or the government. I don't need your housing. I don't need food stamps. And if I do need it, I'm going to use it for the time I need it. Then I'm going to get off of it. And if I do get that, if I get some type of disability or something, okay, I got that, but I'm still gonna be able to work if I can, if it allows me to. Some of it don't, mine do. So you can't let stuff limit you when you know you are able-bodied. Okay, it depends on what you got. But as far as them having food stamps and public housing, they clearly able-bodied. They can work, even if you're working at Walmart and McDonald's. But if you just say, look at me, I'm eating Doritos and my son eating Cheetos, and y'all just mad because y'all taxes paying for it, well, we ain't got enough. We living a life. Y'all just wish y'all was up. That's disgusting. That's not the American dream. That's not even what our ancestors wanted for us. They wanted you to go out there and be that black doctor, lawyer, and teacher. Look at everything they went through for you to go to school as a black man, a black woman. They used to hang us for going to school. They didn't want us to know how to read, to be educated, let alone black lawyers, doctors, teachers, and the list goes on. Black business owners, black entrepreneurs. What? People that own television stations, YouTubers, and all this. They didn't. At that time, those racist whites didn't want that. So for our ancestors, if they could see you now just limiting yourself, they would be so disappointed. Because they literally dreamed of a day where we could be in society and be looked at as a human being and not property, and be educated along with white folks and anybody else, and go to the same school and be in those same positions that at that time only white folks could be in. But for you to sit there and limit yourself, our ancestors would be so discouraged, so disappointed if they saw y'all. And not just that, but God. Our ancestors are dead, but God is alive. And he done bought my people. I don't know about nobody else's people, because he done really bought all minorities a long way. Blacks and Latinos, but he done bought my people a long way. He done bought us out of slavery. Now we lawyers, doctors, teachers, entrepreneurs, and the list goes on. And we own stuff, and we run stuff, just like these other minorities, Asians and Latinos. So he didn't bring us a long way for us to sit up here on food stamps and housing and be like, oh yeah, your money's paying for this, and I need more, and let me have another baby, crack, crack, crack. And oh yeah, get it to more because I can get some more food stamps. That's ignorant. And if you don't have a mentor, and if your mama was like that, and the problem is they mama like that, they auntie like that. Because you produce, you only make what you are. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. So that means somebody have to break the curse. Somebody have to change their mentality. You only gonna produce what you are. You only gonna make what you are. You ain't gonna make nothing different unless they choose to be different if they come from somebody like that. You gotta choose better for yourself, young people. Your goal should not be to have a baby to get more food stamps or to get more this or to get more that. It should be like, I'm on this for right now, but let me go work so I can be that doctor, that nurse, that RA, that nurse's assistant, whatever your goal is, and let me still have my own change. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be, let me stay on this for life. Unless it's something like disability that's permanent, that's different. But if you still able-bodied, you should be able to work. But I'm talking about housing. I'm talking about food stamps. You shouldn't be creating children just to get more food stamps. You already get $2,000 a month. Make it make sense. You already get $800 a month. How much food do you need? That's why so many of us are obese and have heart problems and kidney failure and high blood pressure. Because look what y'all eating. All these, and then y'all go out here and get these microwave foods, these snacks and all this stuff that ain't good for you. And then you won't even be alive to see your grandkids because look what y'all eating. You don't cook home cooked food. Y'all use these food stamps to buy junk. That's half the problem. The problem is y'all mentality. This is embarrassing. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. She was like, let's just make I told my man, let's just make a child 8 just to get some more food stamps because 2,000 ain't enough. These people getting this government assistance, like this lady's getting disability and Social Security. She was like, I get, what she said? She said, I get, what she say, like 8,000 something a month. And she said, people look at me like, I must feel good, like I'm a millionaire. But I'm like, that ain't even enough. I should get more. For doing nothing? Even if you worked in the past, it's a blessing for you to get that because people in other countries can't get nothing. I just found out yesterday that people in Hong Kong now live in coffins for homes. It's not an actual coffin, but it's a space the size of a coffin, and wire homes the size of a coffin. And here we are in America, blessed. And even our housing, even our public houses in some places, like I know in Dallas is coming along with, that's nice. This stuff nice. They put you in the nice apartments these days. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. You knew who was on Dallas housing back in the day because they stayed in the projects. But now everybody has come a long way, and they got vouchers to stay in the nice area, in the nice apartments. But you got to change your mentality, because you can take somebody out the hood, but if you don't work on those negative things that come with your mentality from being in the hood, then you go wherever you go and you dirty it. You don't keep it up. You know, you can tell by the way you carry yourself if that's how you was raised, because you can be in the hood and be classy, and you can be rich and be trashy. It's how you raised at the end of the day, and it's your mentality. But y'all, we got to change. We got to do better. We shouldn't be creating kids to get food stamps and to get public housing or to get more this and more that. I shouldn't be up here saying, oh, let me have 2 more kids so I can get some more disability, because then it'll go up from this to that. My kids should not be a subsidy for me to get more food or more money. My ability to work, my talent, my, what do you call that? My resume should be. What can I do to provide for my kids that I already have before I think about bringing somebody else into this world? What am I offering the world? What am I offering America? What am I offering my neighbors? What am I offering my kids? How am I giving back to society? I'm not working right now, and I've been trying to work like 2-3 months ago. I put in resumes everywhere. I was trying to work. I really couldn't get a job. I put in for factories. I put in for everybody. I went out there to Louisville to work at the Mary Kay, and the lady talked to me, interviewed me, didn't even call me back. And I said, she lying. I was like, man, please, call me back. I went to this other job out there in Duncanville where I used to live. Dude hired us and sent us home. About 7 of us showed up the same day, telling me I'm going to still pay you for your 2 hours. And I said, I'm not going back there. So I'm one of those persons that I want to work. And I'm getting back in school to finish my degree so that I can be in my career. But even in the meantime, my point is you have to have the mentality to at least work, to give back in some kind of way. And then to better yourself, why should we settle? Go get you a career. If you don't just want to work at McDonald's or Walmart, nothing wrong with it, because I did it. Worked at both McDonald's and Walmart. But if you want to get you a career, and it might just be a nurse aide assistant, do that. Better yourself so your kids can know this wasn't just a baby mama. This wasn't just somebody on. And I'm not looking down on nobody, but why should we limit ourselves? Why should we just be accepting of free government assistance if we able-bodied and if we can give better to our kids? Getting more food stamps shouldn't be the American dream. Providing a better life that you made by the grace of God should be, as a mom and as a parent. Baby, this is what I did. I went back to college at 32 so I could be that doctor, that lawyer, that teacher. So I can tell you that you can, and that it don't matter what they did. Don't matter if you got kicked out of high school. Don't matter if you was a teen parent. Don't matter if they kicked you out the army. Can't nobody hold you back from doing what God put you here to do if you got the mind to do it. If you got the right mentality. That should be what you want to tell your kids. Not, oh yeah, let's have another baby so my kids can get some more Cheetos. We got to better ourselves. That's what I got to say about that. Because we be running our mouth about the immigrants, baby. We need to run our mouth about our ignorant American sisters and brothers. And for me, seeing my black sisters and brothers was a hot mess. And the Puerto Rican one too, that was a hot mess. That mentality is a hot mess. And y'all need to get y'all lazy tail up and go to work. Find a job. Me, I'm finna start school. So that will be my work full time. Full time now. It's no excuse. It's no excuse if you able-bodied. Why wouldn't you want to be somebody and better yourself for your kids? Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing because y'all giving stuff for free. So you know what I say? They need to start checking. They need to start checking some of these families that's getting food stamps and all that. Nobody should go hungry. That's why that's in place. But some of these people got it and they abusing and they riding the system. They need to check. They need to have interviews. They need to start having certain ones. Really, they need to have it where everybody on these food stamps, some of these moms, these 7 and 10 kids, and just period, have to start going to job fairs and job interviews every month. They have to dress up. They should have clothes for them to wear. Go to an interview. They should have it where they have to work. Why? Because then a lot of them won't just be doing this for free if they have to do something to keep it. Okay, so if you want to keep this, you got to at least work this job Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for this amount of hours. But if you never teach somebody to put in quality to even get something or to be appreciative of what they have, then this is the product you're going to get. A hot mess mentality, a thought mentality that just sits up there and creates another life just to get more food stamps. That's some gutter stuff. That's crazy. So I told them I just want to have another baby because 2,000 ain't enough. I need more. What is the product that we are creating? Who is creating these kids? These adults that were once kids. They got it from somebody. And somebody, y'all, they kids, they learned it from them. So now the product continues. Somebody got to break the curse. Y'all, we need Jesus. And we need mentors out there, because the only way their mentality gonna change is they get around some intelligent, some wise older people, or some young people that's like, oh baby, I got my own business, baby. We're running multiple streams of income over here, and I ain't talking about thought and stripping and trying to be like these females. No, baby, I'm talking about international. I'm talking about businesses on Amazon. I sell do-rags, I sell clothes, I do hair, I do nails, I do this, I do that. I got my own shops on Amazon. I got my own website and shops, and ain't none of it me bending over and twerking and hot mess. It's all legal, professional, intelligent stuff. A respectfully owned business. That's what we need. This has got to change, y'all. This has got to change. This is a hot mess. And this is American citizens that are not contributing to the American economy, but saying, you just ain't on me because y'all paying for it. But guess what? I need to have another child so I can get more food stamps, so I can get more this at your dollar. No, you need to go get a job. They need to take it away from you because you're abusing the system. You don't really need it. You're just lazy. You have a demonic spirit of laziness and ratchetness. And this is what you teaching your kid. Look at my son. He enjoying his chips, and that shouldn't be the goal. Son, you 15 now. You can go get a job at Six Flags, son. That was my first job. You can go work at, back in the day, what they used to call Minyards. They done changed the name. You 15 now. You can go work, son. Not because so much that, oh, you have to be a man, but because I want to teach you that single mama, not, hey, this is what a man do, or this is what a young woman do. You want to make your own money. As a young girl at 15, I want to make my own money. I was trying to get jobs at Minyards and Fiesta when I was 15. But I had got my job at Six Flags, and then I worked at the movie theater. I always wanted to make my own money because I had the mentality. So I didn't have to go kill nobody or be a thought for money or sit around and have babies for money because my mama said, go work and get your own money. Make your money professionally. Go work. And I liked working because I knew that my paycheck was coming at the end of the week, so I'm going to get a product for my work. And I ain't got to have kids to get money. I ain't got to be on. I can do it, and now I feel good because I'm doing something, and then I get a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks. And that made me feel good. That's what you should be teaching your kids to do. And not only that, but look at these colleges so you can go be somebody. So you can go be somebody great. Not just a lawyer, teacher, doctor, entrepreneur, but they got so many other stuff that I don't know about. An accountant, work in finance, work at the bank, be the bank owner. You know what I'm saying? Be a colonel in the Army, in the Navy. Like, it's big things, it's great things to do out there. But for y'all just telling y'all kids, oh, whatever, they can just, y'all just mad because we chilling and balling on food stamps and government housing. Like, that's ignorant. That was never meant to stay with you for life. That was meant to get you through a hard time, and then you get up on your feet and do better. And then teach your kids to do better so they don't have to continue the cycle or the curse. Ain't nothing wrong with going through something and being on it. I done been on it twice. But my goal was not to stay on it. I'm trying to get to the suburb. I'm trying to be rich. I'm trying to be wealthy. I'm trying to live in a gated community. I'm trying to live with the rich white folks. I'm trying to be somebody. I aspire to be classy. I want to be around classy people. I want to be around intelligent people, whether they black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I want to be around some people that want to go to work, that want to be somebody that's making money, that's entrepreneurs, because that's going to rub off on me. And they going to inspire me to better myself. But if I'm just around people that just settle it, what would America look like if nobody was contributing? We wouldn't even be a thriving economy if everybody had that mentality. We would be a third world country because they're not contributing. They're in poverty. They getting it for free. But if they took it away, they would be poor because they choose not to work. The Bible say a man that don't work don't eat. It also say a man that don't work, his poverty come upon him suddenly. If he's sleeping, he lazy. And I be like, Lord, forgive me, I be oversleeping. And that's why I'm like, no, I refuse to just go through and be nobody. I said, I got to go back to school. I got to get my degree. So I can't get no job. Let me go get my degree so I can get my career. while I'm waiting on him to do other things. I want to do music. I want to do acting. I want to do modeling. Okay, but one thing I can do right now is still get my degree. And then I went over here to the Army, didn't work how I wanted to work. You live and you learn. You got some haters. Whatever the situation, God's with me. His grace and his favor is still with me. Now I'm going to still keep going. Because if some people are so threatened by you for whatever reason, and if it's the same, they say, oh, it's you. Sometimes people just see the light of the anointing on your life, and there's a jealousy there. That's how it is with me. But I realize that people so threatened, what they threatened by? They threatened by your drive. They threatened by that leadership in you. When I said, oh, I want to be what do you call it? Oh my gosh, a lieutenant. And she was like, oh yeah, maybe I want to be a lieutenant too. And it's the same one that she started writing me up for everything. Then she took away my B7. Then she banned me from another 4 years. Then she gave me Article 15. Then she was like, oh, I'm taking away. What did she say? Oh, putting you up for separation. All within just 2 months of being with her. And that lady was a pure hater. She was a hater. And I don't know why she's hating. And then she was like, oh, you shouldn't be wearing makeup. I don't think you can wear makeup. And they was like, well, it's okay as long as it's natural. And she was like, baby, I've been through some hating stuff. But if people so intimidated by you, there's a reason. It's because you have a leadership quality. And it's not everybody. It's some people. But you should want to be somebody. That's my point, y'all. You should want to be somebody. Can't none of us look down on nobody. We should encourage our kids and each other to be somebody. Don't settle. What Laura Hill said, why black people always the one to settle? Let my voice echo through the ghetto like Soweto or something she said. Why black people got to be the one to settle? Huh? Why every Indian want to be the chief? Why we can't work together? Why we can't be better? Why we can't get better? Why we got to settle? And have everybody else over us because we get it for free. So if they take it away, what happened? You're going to be in poverty. And like I said, if all America was like that, this would be a third world country. You have to contribute to society, and it makes you feel better. You should feel better when you work and go to work. You make it, the trash man make a difference. If nobody took the trash, this place would be a hot mess. And they be making money. You can be a truck driver. Y'all can drive 18-wheelers. They make money. Ain't no you can join the Navy and the Army. Ain't no reason y'all shouldn't be telling y'all kids to get out the hood of the middle class or just because they didn't have a daddy. They can go to the Army. They can go to the Navy. They can be a truck driver. There's no excuse not to make money out here legally. You should be encouraging your daughter don't have to be a thought. She don't have to be like these celebrities. She can be a nurse, a doctor, a teacher, an entrepreneur. She need to go to school. She need to go to college. She need to go to the talented and gifted schools. You got to encourage your kids. Don't teach them to settle. Just have kids to get on welfare. That's ignorance, y'all. We got to do better for ourselves. But hey, cousin, how you doing? How you doing, cousin? We have to do better for ourselves. I love y'all. We need to do better. We need to change our mentality. And Jesus break curses. These things are generational curses. And the problem is y'all think it's cute. Nothing is cute about being stupid and getting stuff for free, because the moment they take this stuff away, you're going to be screwed because you're depending on us to pay your light bills. You can't flex when you're depending on us to pay your light bills, this bill and that bill and everything else. I would be homeless right now if it wasn't for God, because I got my 100% disability. So I'm very humble, but at the same time, I know who I am. I know I'm a teacher. I also know I can be an artist. I know deep down inside that I'm a multi-millionaire. I have many gifts. I know who I am, but at the same time, I'm nothing. I was just homeless, and I would be homeless right now if it wasn't for God. So I'm humble. God is everything, and in him I live, move, and have my being, and my gifts, whatever it is he's given me, is for his glory, so I'm humble. But what I'm saying is, how y'all flexing on these government things when it's people that's paying for it for you? You should flex when you make it and do it and get it yourself. And even then, it's God that's with you. But you should flex when you go to work. And okay, see, I worked. I took myself to work. And now now I can flex because I worked for this. They didn't give it to me for free. Y'all ain't paying for me. I paid for this. We got to change our mentality. I am blessed that I'm here, that God has blessed me, because he sees and knows all. He sees and knows all. People don't. So I'm grateful to God for providing for me, but I know there's greater. I know that, okay, I'm supposed to be a high school teacher. Okay, that's more income. I can also be a gospel rapper, singer. That's more income. An actress, a model, have my own businesses, all these different things. That's more income. That's more income. That's more income. I'm not just, I got this, it's all over, I'm done. Let me just smoke my cigarette and have my kids and get this more government money. Let's get this government money. I'm not balling off of that. I'm too gifted for that. That's not my goal. My goal is to be somebody and to let the urban youth know it does not matter what you encounter, what you've been through, what they said about you, who rejected you, who kicked you out, what happened. You can turn your story around and still be great. Kind of like that Judge Mathis. He said he used to be in a gang and all that. Now he was a judge. I used to like watching him because he used to encourage me. Just to see somebody that came, because my uncle, you know, when I watch my uncle life, it made me want to be there for the urban youth. Then when I went through what I went through in the army and then the after effects, that made me want to be a high school teacher because I see what it's like to be misunderstood or to be labeled this, that, and the other, and then to be rejected for whatever the reason is. So I want to encourage the urban youth. It don't matter where you come from, what you go through. If you're struggling or not, you can be somebody. It don't matter what happened. You need to be somebody. You can be great and you will be great. But you have to put that in your mind that I'm going to be great regardless of what I go through. Regardless of how long it takes to get there, I'm going to take the steps to get there. Y'all, this Whole Food stamps and settling and bragging on this nonsense and creating babies just to get more government assistance, it's got to change. This is a curse. It's got to change. And then you creating people with the same mysterious mentality, and that's got to change. They should want to be somebody. Your kids should want to be somebody. But why would I want to be somebody if this how my mama telling me, oh yes, and we got these snacks and we just good. We just finna play these video games and have these snacks because baby, y'all taking care of us and we finna keep going. Y'all just mad because y'all can't get it. Y'all just go ahead and go to work because baby, we living a life over here. How? It's not yours. If they take it away in a moment, you're gonna be in poverty because you didn't work for it. It's given to you. I don't want to flex because something is given to me. I want to be proud of myself for working for it and then getting it, which is why I'm not like done right now. Because again, I didn't plan for this now, but God turned it around in my favor. But what happened in my head, I'm like, okay, I still want to be a teacher. I still want to do this. I still have to finish being who God has called me to be. I can't let that. Because that door was slammed and said, no, you can't be a lieutenant. You can't do this. You're not worth it. Oh, you too ghetto. Or you too this. Or your mouth too much. Or you don't fit in. Or you da-da-da. I can't let that stop me and be like, oh, well, I'm just going to sit over here and get this government assistance. No. God got too much greatness inside of me. And y'all have to be the same way. What is it that God has for me to do? It's not just sitting at this house getting this government if I'm able-bodied. Now, if you sick, that makes sense. Like, my mom was sick. She couldn't work at a certain point because of kidney failure, heart disease. Then she had to slow down after working her whole life. And she died at 50. So I understand if you're sick, but if you able-bodied, especially some of y'all young mamas in your 30s, 40s, 20s, come on now. Even in your 50s, you should want to work until you retire. And even at retire age, you got to stay busy doing something. So we got to change our mentality. God bless y'all. Peace. We have to change, y'all. We have to change for the better. Peace out. Bye.